of ADFLX, no? And we're going to stream. So, medyo kung baka magtaka kayo, iba yung boses natin, no? Tinanay ko munang di gamitin yung NVIDIA broadcaster na software nila, no? Kasi ang sakit sa ang sakit sa bangs ng ng graphics. So we're using the yung typical noise suppression, no? Kasi maingay talaga sa ay kailangan ko mag-login. Nakalimutan niya na ako. Fire hydrant. Kasi may ganito pa. Okay. Verified na. Authentication. Sino yung isa? Zero, 3, 5, 20. Crosswalk. Car. Ayan. Dami naman pa etching na to. Ali nga pala, no? Zero doon yung yan natin. Forbidden West. Tapos to. Tapos na yan, buwisit. So, hello guys. May pa, ano pa yan? Yan. Yan natin lagay. Tapos dito. Dito to. Tapos ayan. Yan. Okay. Let's get Hephaestus. Ito dilim. Let's grab this. Okay, that's a go-go.
I don't know if I'd like that.
Welcome back. Hello, Aloy.
Hey, Gaia.
So, me and Beta, I guess you heard what happened.
Yes. I am continuously impressed by the complexity of human relationships. Despite the unpleasant circumstances that led to your quarrel, I am pleased to see you have both found an agreeable resolution.
Well, two heads are better than one, right?
Yes, I believe so. Are you ready to depart for Cauldron Gemini?
Yes.
Or we can continue our conversation, if you like.
Ano ba mga process natin? Uy! Ano yun?
So, about Beta.
Oy, thank you, Paul.
I never really saw the difference between us. Until now. She's been through so much. Completely alone.
You have both endured many hardships. Different in almost every respect, yet equally remarkable. I like to think of you as two miracles, born of Elizabeth Sobek.
3, then. Let's not forget about you, Gaia. How's all of us settling in?
As soon as she arrived, Alva was a particular file soon caught information about a machine assistant devoted to keeping living spaces neat. I informed her that once I am empowered with the abilities of Hephaestus, I may be able to
I'm sure she'll let. When I set out to find a way to I never thought we'd be here, like this.
They have all come a long way with their improv. Varl has suggested that one day we might extend this model to more tribal inhabitants, once the biosphere has been stabilized.
Yeah, that's not such a bad idea. As long as you're the one running the lessons. So our plan to capture...
As you wish. We now know that Hephaestus...
Which is why I got...
Correct. When we get to Gemini, I will... The second core is for...
And then you'll be able to absorb...
Not quite.
How long will that...
Because the work will be split between...
And during that time, the others will create a distraction for...
Correct. They will eat the energy surge...
And then we'll have everything we need to defeat...
Okay.
Gaia? What was Elizabeth like?
Her presence is interwoven with my memories. The moment I came, we exchanged greetings. It was the first of many conversations, listening to her stories.
Your friend?
Yes. When I reviewed the data on your focus, I was saddened to learn, though I am glad she made it home.
She was okay with that. Thanks, Gaia. So what do you think Ted would have done if his life extension treatments had worked?
It seems he convinced himself it was his duty to guide, given the tribal nature of New Human and his ability to use Omega clearance on the terraform. I imagine he would have convinced one or more tribes to worship him as their patriarchal deity.
Okay. Yep, glad that didn't happen.
What the heck?
Aside from Gaia Prime and Thebes, there was one other underground facility that was sealed before the Pharaoh Plague reached it. Elysium. The place where Zero Dawn staff and their families went to live out their lives. Do you know what happened to it?
Elysium was designed to provide life support for 100 years. My data indicates the facility went offline well before then.
Did the Pharaoh Plague find them?
Unknown. My connection to the facility was abruptly severed.
Pangit, bakit ganun yung ano?
So what will happen to this place while we're at Gemini?
All systems within this facility will continue to operate. As Minerva will no longer be masking this location, the facility will be exposed to detection. Though without my presence, it is unlikely to attract attention.
Let's hope so. The missing subordinate functions. What can you tell me about them?
Artemis rewilded the Earth with a variety of animal species. Eleuthia was responsible for gestating, nurturing, and acculturating a new generation of human beings. Apollo was tasked with preserving, organizing, and disseminating vast archives of human knowledge and cultural achievements. Unfortunately, all archived Apollo data was purged on the 2nd of February, 2066, by order of Ted Farrow.
Ted. Guess he got what he deserved, in the end.
Yes. An igneous conclusion to his pathological narcissism, impulsive tendencies, and instability.
All 3 of the missing functions have already served their purpose, or were prevented from doing so. Do you still need them?
Restoring their remaining elements would increase my heuristic processing density, empowering my overall function. Unfortunately, as we now know they are in the possession of Far Zenith, attaining them in the short term is very likely impossible.
I guess our best shot at recovering them is by taking over the Zenith base. But we'll need Hephaestus and a bunch of combat machines to do that.
Correct.
Ano talaga siya? Hindi siya parehas. English siya. Tara na, let's go.
Okay, people. It's time to head out.
I'll get everyone together.
Ito lang pala eh. Kalapit lang sila.
Alright, connections in place. Booting up.
Grabe yung vibration ng controller.
Aloy, I am fully installed on this core and ready to connect to the Cauldron network.
It's good to hear your voice. Errand, everyone. Fire your pulses and sound off.
I'm at my cauldron. This thingy, it's blinking. Did I do it right? In position at my cauldron. My pulse generator is blinking also.
That means they're working. I'm in position, and mine is too. Mine as well.
Okay, radio silence until I give the all clear. Signing off.
Okay.
Gaia, let's cage the beast.
Connecting to the Cauldron network now.
Elizabeth Sobek, Alpha Prime, activating Omega clearance. Elizabeth Sobek, Alpha Prime, activating Omega clearance.
Clearance confirmed. Initiating containment sequence.
Come on, Hephaestus. Oh, shucks.
Lock it down!
Terminating external connections.
It's working. It's got nowhere to go. Wait, what's that?
Malware detected. Attempting to compensate.
Ugh,
What the heck are you doing? It's just...
it's cracked.
Look!
Ano meron? Lo. Umuli siya. Piset naman, nakabulin na naman natin.
That means machines are on their way. Ugh,
And of course, machines.
get ready.
Here they come.
Okay, let's go.
They're onto us.
Ano machines? Oh, nice. Behemoth, wow. Ay, mali pa yun na ano. Oh, shucks, ang sakit. Eee! Ay, tayo may ravagers.
Stay back.
Ouch. Bisit ka.
You're wounded.
First loader na. Ow.
Aloy, get a hand over here.
Help!
Right away from Beta. Yeah! Having fun, Aloy?
Ah!
Stay back.
Ah! It's the worst place, Aloy.
Uy, grabe, lupit. Haha.
That's all of them for now. I better check on Beta and Varl.
Ano natin yung mga leads? Ay, meron
You
dito.
two okay?
Still breathing.
Aloy, Hephaestus can't escape, but it must have fled deeper into the facility. I'll drive it back here. I'll get the cracked core fixed in the meantime. Keep her safe, Varl. Keep her safe, Varl.
On my life.
Okay. Ay, na-activate yung climbing dito. Okay, that's great.
Okay, I gotta chase after Hephaestus. Force it out of wherever it's hiding. Make it retreat to the core.
Ay, tae. Nahulog ako. Saan kasi nakatingin? Dito. Saan ba? Ito. Uy. Uy, nangyari. Ay, ito na. Okay. Gagawin ko.
Aloy, I'm patched into your focus feed. You should know there's a huge power draw coming from the next chamber.
Thanks for the heads up. I'm almost there.
Oh
Some
my
kind of
gosh.
production chamber. Festus is up to something, all right.
What kind of machine is it trying to build?
Corruptor?
No. But I'm gonna shut it down.
Is that a corruptor?
Those metal carriers.
Pero, meron pa tayong isang ano eh, machine. Baka ano to, ito yung Spectre Prime. Ito, ano na lang, tapos... Scrounger. Small plasmid business.
Me to where it's getting materials from.
I bet that's where Festus is hiding too.
Gagawin natin dito, guys. Oh, there you are. Okay.
Looks like there are a couple of ways I can go. Machines are making a beeline for another chamber. I better follow them. I might be able to catch a ride on the rail. Go over the shield.
Yun.
Aloy, I've managed to rewire most of the components in the core, but the energy processor's cracked. Without a way to fabricate another, there's no way I can fix it.
Okay, let me think. What if I bypass the processor? Connect it to...
Shucks out.
Power node. I think that could work.
I think it could.
Sayang.
I should be able to catch a ride on one of those metal carriers.
Oh, dito. Pwede na. Ah! Yes, I shit. No. Ah, yes. Finally. Ay, pwede rin pala dito. Sayang yun. Sayang. Dito tayo. Our ship. What the heck? Long legs.
Lower.
It's over there. Up here.
Festus out of here.
There should be a node you can override near the central platform.
Thanks. Maybe I should deal with these machines first. It's down!
Deep pleasure. Sayang. Si energy core. No need. Ah! Let me take your parts. Let's get this override. But before that, let's take this horse's paws. Aray, no. What the heck? There you are. Let's go. Oh, what? Ah!
Oh, great. The machine's on the way. Beta! Hephaestus has locked me out of the node. Any ideas?
I'll see what I can do.
Electric. Ay, ano ba tong electric? Nice.
Hello!
Oy, hello! Kaya pala
Narinig mo ba yung music ko?
Yes. Baka maka-copyright ako, pre, ah.
Ay, narinig ba ako, pre?
Naririnig ka. You're live on my horizon, ano. Aray ko, busy.
Yan, ba't ng Horizon na nakapag, pre? Single player experience.
Ano muna tayo ngayon? Single player.
Ba yan? Ba yan, pre? Ano bang ganda larin? Larin natin Halo. Tara.
Wait lang. Ako sa ano na ako, pre. Gitnang story na eh.
Katiri.
Patapusin mo muna akong makapture yung ano ko. Mission.
Okay, nice ka lang yung tomorrow na eh. Tomorrow nice ka lang matok. Hindi na lang
Bossing. Si Bossing Deco.
yan na. Team leader. Si boss. Boss. Ano kasi Big Soto.
Ay!
Oh, FC mo. Alam na ba? Alos na pre. Paano ka na pre? Paano ba yan?
Hindi pa na-monetize ba na agad?
Yung mga ganun na. Hero ko. Hindi pa yung mga mid.
I got them all.
Uy, nice.
I tapped into the core's network hub. I managed to disrupt Hephaestus' control of the node.
Naman na lang yung audio ko.
Nice. Thanks.
Ang lakas, pre. Nanonood ka ng ano? Love is War?
Hindi. Napatugtog ko na.
Kala ko nanonood ka ng Love is War. May season 2 na yun eh. Season 2. Season 2 ba o season 3? Ewan ko. Sa memes. Pero ang lakas ng ano mo pre, sounds mo kaysa sa boses mo. Baka maka-copyright ako niyan.
Ay, sige. Alam ko na.
Mag-headset ka na lang pre, or hinaan mo na lang.
Yeah.
Yan. Medyo, ano, napuputol-putol siya dahil sa noise suppression.
Sounds like it fled to another chamber.
Well, I better not get comfortable.
Oo.
Ay, kapit bahay nga namin. Nara, sprint 4.
Saan na tayo?
Great. Fences cover the
Alay, 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 alay. Alay, alay, alay.
More machines keep coming. Please tell me you're getting close.
I'm working on it. I've been smashing through a lot of machines on my side, too.
I guess Aaron's missing out.
Anyway, I'm making progress on the bypass, but I need something to hold the cycling module together.
Maybe a ligament from one of the machine carcasses?
Right. Or some luminous braiding.
You could reinforce it with a conversion cylinder.
For increased connectivity. I think we can do this, Aloy.
Naging Jojo ka na.
There should be a little room to the front.
Got it.
Oh, ho, ho, ho. In your eyes. Ah. Another machines. Lahat ata ng ano gusto mong kalabanin ko.
This is all good. I'll try to get your access back.
Tapusin ko lang to per mission. Tira master ka na. Wala, meron pa ulit. Close Rider. Apex. Close Rider. Apex pa. Sorry. I know you're gonna scream. Get that.
Node access restored. Now you can operate it. You did that thing.
Hindi ka brave. Relax, man.
Override this. Let's go. Construction.
Okay. This is running out of places to hide.
Sige.
Aloy? I just registered a huge energy surge back in the production chamber. Something big is happening.
Here too. Everything's glowing.
Machine Hephaestus was building. It must have finished it.
It's powerful.
Windows and Mac. Oh, siguro lang ginagawa na.
I'm almost done with the core repairs.
Dito pa rin ang mga trabaho.
Should we come to you? Maybe I could distract the machine.
No, Beta. Just stay where you are, okay? I know the machine's moving.
Wait lang. Medyo serious tayo. may machine na ano eh. Malaking kakalabanin. Anong machine to?
Deploying priority.
What? Ano to? Slatter Spine. Ba yan? Nakakalabang ko na yan. Ano ba? Hephaestus. You're weak. Ano bang weakness niya? Tapos sliding up. Aray! 300. Boom! Isa pa! Yes!
You did it! There should be one more node to override.
Good. Stand by. I'm sending Hephaestus back to you.
Hephaestus. Here we go.
No more hiding, Hephaestus!
Got it! Hephaestus is back in the core!
Make sure it stays there. I'm heading back.
And then we can start the merge.
Because of you, Beta. I'm glad you came along.
Oo.
And you.
Ano lang, medyo boss na ano.
Couldn't have done any of this without you.
Right back at you, Aloy.
Paano ko babalik to? To. Oo. Bakit ganyan yung mga tugtugan niya? Ano meron? Mga anime memes, musics. Yung ba yung sinerch mo? Anime memes, music. Let's go. Let's go.
Aloy, the bypass is done.
The core is stable. Hephaestus is 100% contained.
Yes,
I better get
mission
started with the
complete.
merge. It's all set up. Gaia, establish the link, please.
Done.
Mukhang mamamatay ito si Beto. Night night.
Okay, to complete the merge, we need to excise Hephaestus's malicious code.
Carefully. Yes, nakuha niya na. Uy, nakuha ko na yung Gemini. Yes. Oh, shucks. Ala, yun yung mga sinets. Oh.
Hello, redundant copy. You've cost us quite a lot of time.
Oh no.
Eric, get Beta. And squash that bug while you're at it.
Nice, nice try. Nice. Galing ni ano.
Ooh! Get behind me.
Come on! Quit screwing around.
No. Si Borl.
Now we're having fun, right?
No! Oh, shucks. What the heck?
Finally. Tilda, get Gaia and Hephaestus ready for transport. Tilda!
I failed.
Ang gagawin ni Tilda?
All is not lost.
Tilda! What the hell are you doing? Stop her!
No, I can't even see her.
Ang ginawa ni Tilda? What the heck happened? Is Boris dead?
Beta. Farrell. Where am I?
Ah, you're awake. You took quite a hit when Gerard attacked you. I imagine you must still be in a great deal of pain. I can assure you that we are safe. The others can't detect us here.
You mean the other Zeniths? You must be Tilda.
I wasn't sure if Beta would have told you about me.
Where is she?
Alive. And while she isn't where she wants to be, not in urgent danger. We must discuss how to get her back, of course, after you've shaken off the cobwebs. When you're ready, take the stairs down the hall and come see me. In the meantime, I'll make breakfast.
Breakfast. Okay.
Where is this? Ah, dito. But may talk to the groundkeeper.
Why did Tilda bring me here? I was always feeling some Kind of survival bunker.
Bakas talaga ng ano mo, pre, music mo.
What is this?
Uy, ano to?
Just a few favorites from my collection. Rescued and stored here just before I went off-world. Take a look.
Minute ko na nga eh. Mas malakas pa sa game ko.
Curious to hear your impressions.
My friend is dead.
Oh.
Beta and Gaia are gone, and you want me to look at old paintings?
Don't be so quick to dismiss the comfort we can find in art, or the insight we might gain.
Mahilig siya sa art. Okay. What is this?
Stunning, isn't it? Paintings were the only masterpieces of my people's golden age. This is Van Vianen's leaded ewer, molded from a single sheet of silver.
What was it for?
How like Elizabeth you are. Function over form. Its practical purpose was less important than its meaning. Van Vianen created it in honor of his late brother, who himself was a famous silversmith.
A memorial.
Yes. Such beauty from sorrow.
A lot of weight on his shoulders. I know the feeling.
Pwede ko pala silang i-examine.
She's pulling out her own hair. Out of madness, out of grief.
What the heck?
The Gust. By Willem van de Velde, the most famous of his many maritime paintings.
A ship crossing into the unknown. I guess you're familiar with that.
Indeed, which is why I appreciate this composition in particular. Though waves and wind threaten to destroy the ship, it perseveres, clinging to the light even as darkness closes in all around it.
Ano to?
Rembrandt's The Night Watch, by far the most famous painting my homeland ever produced. It was commissioned to honor a militia made up of influential citizens.
I guess you must have been an influential citizen.
Pastig nung ano.
In my day. But not as influential as you've been in this new world.
Gawin natin ano. Grabe yung ano. Detailed sa painting.
A portrait of the painter, Rembrandt's son Titus, depicted in the habit of a monk.
I don't get it. Why would someone like you, with infinite resources, care about this painting of a boy in a hood?
It's not the image itself, but the feeling it conveys. The face is bright and defined, but his eyes are downcast, heavy with misfortune. And the background seems to swallow all light. The painting is infused with a sense of loss.
I guess I understand how the painter feels.
This is Rembrandt painting Jeremiah, a man in mourning.
Mourning what?
His home. The ancient city of Jerusalem. He foresaw its impending doom, but could do nothing to prevent it. So instead, he saved its treasures from destruction, just as I saved these works. You could say we're kindred spirits.
Ayos din yung unit ni ano, Dex. Ay, ni ano, ni Sean. Unit ni Sean. Oo, pre. Siyempre.
Selene and Endymion. She's the goddess of the moon, whereas he's a simple shepherd. Beside her is the god of love, Cupid.
So she's sneaking up on him?
More like visiting him in secret.
Wow.
The
Grabing
torch
dedication,
that
ha.
Cupid bears represents Selene's undying infatuation with him. The two must remain apart. Her love will forever.
Iba pala yung gagawin mo dapat, ano? Ibang priority. Okay. Ay, ano to?
My favorite pairing. On the left is Woman Reading a Letter by Vermeer, a true master. And on the right is a forgery. Woman Reading Music, which fooled experts into believing it was a priceless original. Early in my career, I became fascinated
Oo nga, no?
with such
Forgery.
deceptions. Eventually, I developed scanning software that could detect fakes with unparalleled accuracy.
Grabe naman yun.
Is that how you made enough money to buy your way onto the Odyssey?
Oh no. I made my real fortune later.
Grabe yung ano niya. Nakagawa siya ng system na ano.
Done so soon?
I've got more important
Na,
things.
ano yan yung...
We both do. There is much we are trying to save. Not the least of which is in that
ano,
vault.
para malaman kung plagiarism yung...
There's nothing wrong with savoring
Ginawa
such
mo.
treasures for a moment more.
There you are. Feeling better?
How did you find us? At the cauldron? And what did you do to everyone right before I passed out?
All business, I see. Well, suffice it to say we were keeping a very close eye on Hephaestus, knowing we would need it at some point. Your ruse didn't fool us, and as for my little trick, it was an overload of the senses, accompanied by an energy discharge. Gerard and Eric were only momentarily disoriented due to their shields, but it rendered you unconscious while I got you out. Perhaps some breakfast might steady you a bit?
This was your house. The one you recreated for Beta, in the data channel you shared.
How perceptive of you. Please, this way.
After everything your people have done, you think I'm just gonna sit down and have a chat with you?
They're not my people. They never were, and especially not now.
So what are you doing?
You shot off into space with them. And live with them for 1,000 years before coming back. So what made you suddenly turn on them?
Quite simply, this.
Focus. Focus.
Focus. You repaired it? But that means you've seen.
Incredible things. What you've accomplished in 2 decades of life. A 1,000 years at my back, and I haven't even come close. I'm sorry if I invaded your privacy, but I had to. In order to understand. to be enlightened. You truly are Elizabeth's blood. With her drive, her sense of mission, her integrity. Watching all this shamed me for the company that I've kept. Having seen it, all I want is to help you.
Even if it means stopping your friends?
Especially so. Please, sit down. There. That's better. Now, we must recover Beta and Gaia at all costs. By now, you must know that Gerard intends to use Gaia to reboot the Earth's biosphere. Remaking this world to specifications that would only suit us immortals. This process will kill every living thing on the planet. He calls it a clean install.
Not if I stop him first.
Not if we do. And once he and the others are gone, we can work together to fulfill Elizabeth's dream. I'm sure Beta told you that there's a build of the Apollo database on board our ship. A complete collection of human knowledge. With that and Gaia, we could do everything Elizabeth wanted. Heal the biosphere, educate the people of this world, uplift them. Create the world she imagined.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. From what I've seen, your friends are invincible.
I do wish you would stop calling them my friends. And they're not invincible. In fact, a friend of yours has found a way to defeat them.
Hindi ko siya friend din.
Oh, he's been a busy bee, building an army powerful enough to crash through Gerard's precious
What?
base.
Yeah. Regala and her rebels.
Even now, she's preparing a final march on the Tanakh capital. When she wins, she'll have the entire tribe under her control. Hundreds of warriors and machines to throw at the base. She's been duped. They'll all perish, of course. But it should be enough to break Gerard's defenses and allow Silence to kill him. Along with all the others.
Using the new weapon he's developed.
Yes, he's found a way to circumvent our shields. Truly an exceptional man. He's planned for everything. Except you and me. You see, while his army is battering down Gerard's doors, you and I will sneak in through a back way. One that only I know about. While Silence and my friends are busy battling each other.
Kukunin namin yung Gaia.
Gaia. I told you I want to help you. I mean it.
Okay? Bago muna yun, mag-usap muna tayo.
How did you find it, let alone repair it?
When we encountered you at the Hades Proving Lab, Gerard saw you as a redundancy. I knew better. You were a revelation.
Hello.
After your dramatic escape, bravo, by the way. Gerard and Eric assumed you were dead and gave up the hunt. I wasn't so sure. When the others were busy, I returned to the lab and searched for any trace of you. That's when I found this little treasure. Not easy to repair, but certainly worth the effort. As I watched your life unfold, you were like a splash of color on a worn canvas. What Liz was, and more.
Did you show it to the others?
Of course not.
It
was your actions that inspired me to defy them. It's worth noting that if I hadn't found it and watched its contents, I wouldn't have known to save you at the cauldron. You'd be dead.
So I should be grateful?
If you like.
So you know all about me. What about you?
What would you like to know?
Well, start with your life on Earth.
When I was 8, terrorists flooded my home city.
Wow.
thousands drowned, my parents included. I was one of the few who survived. My guardian sent me to boarding school. Among my peers, I was the strange girl, the orphan to be avoided. All because of circumstances beyond my control.
Oh. So we're a lot alike, huh?
Aren't we?
Yes.
You were an outcast. But you didn't let that stop you from getting what you needed. Neither did I. I climbed my way out of desolation and used my wits to build a fortune. First, from the technical analysis of art and the detection of forgeries. Profitable expertise in those days. But as it turned out, the software I developed was even more useful for counterintelligence. From there, it was only a short step to gathering extremely valuable intelligence on my own.
You were a spy?
More like a service one could turn to for information. I had to remain anonymous, of course, to protect my privacy. But despite that anonymity, Far Zenith inevitably sought me out.
What happened when Far Zenith approached you?
They painted an irresistible vision of humanity's future. One where we need not fear illness or death, where we explored the furthest reaches of the stars and thrived. It was only later that I realized that they only intended to bequeath this future to the rich and powerful. By the time I finally figured it out, the walls were closing in, Pharaoh's machines were devouring the earth. So I accepted Far Zenith's invitation to a berth on the Odyssey.
Bagay.
I wanted Liz to come, but she had nobler plans, as you well know.
So you didn't know the other Zeniths were monsters until it was too late?
I knew some of them were, certainly. It wasn't until we were off-planet that I understood the true scope of their greed. I was grateful to simply be alive, but the others became obsessed with a kind of effortless immortality. They built a colony where machines serviced their every need, where any memory or fantasy could be endlessly savored in virtual reality. It wasn't life. It was stultifying, a pampered dream state. As the decades passed, I withdrew more and more, alone yet again, but this time with eons to consider my mistakes. Now finally, having met you, I feel like I have a second chance.
To do what?
Help you, of course. To fulfill Liz's dream, which isn't so different from Far Zenith's original vision. A better future for humanity.
You said Beta is not in urgent danger, so what are the Zeniths doing to her?
Putting her to work. Merging Hephaestus with Gaia. A difficult, time-consuming task, as I'm sure you know. They will compel her if need be, but her life is not in danger. She's the only one who can do it.
Because you people made her to be nothing but a tool.
Gerard's idea, not mine. They always viewed me with suspicion when I attempted any form of kindness towards her. That's why I created the data channel. A virtual place where we could speak in peace.
So this channel you shared with Beta, none of the other Zeniths ever found out about it?
Gerard believes he's the most cunning of all of us. Even after 1,000 years, he still can't imagine that I would outwit him. The channel allowed me to interact with Beta away from their mistrustful eyes. It offered us a chance to be ourselves.
Until you cut off all contact.
Yes, though it pained me. I was worried that our meetings would do her more harm than good.
Well, she felt like you tossed her aside.
I was afraid the others would find out and punish her. She may not have had the comforts of friendship anymore, but at least I ensured she was safe. I know it seems harsh, but you must believe that her well-being has always been paramount to me.
Okay.
Why did you make the data channel look like this place?
I built this house as a shelter to weather any storm. A safe place. Not just for me, but for the art stored below. Cultural artifacts of incalculable value. Truly some of the greatest achievements of human civilization.
And you wanted Beta to see them?
Yes. Her upbringing was so cold and technical. I thought if she could experience Vermeer and Rembrandt, it would bring something else into her life. A heritage every bit as valuable as the scientific and technical data being drummed into her. I'm sorry I had to cut off contact, but I'll never regret sharing this house with her. She needed its shelter even more than I did.
Beta told me your colony was destroyed. That you came back to Earth because you had nowhere else to go.
It's true. After we reached our destination, a planet in the Sirius star system, we spent decades building a new home. The physical constraints of Earth, the boundaries of mortality, gone. To think of what we could have done with it. It might have been a utopia. Instead, we stagnated, absorbed in effortless comforts and virtual realities. It took a cataclysm to finally yank us out of our stupor.
What happened?
A massive geological event. We knew of instabilities in the planet core, but we underestimated them. By the time the collapse was upon us, it was too late to stop it. Only a few of us made it to the ship in time. We set course for Earth, the only safe harbor left to us.
Which you decided to make unsafe for anyone else.
Not me. Gerard. He believes it's better to wipe the canvas clean than work around the smudges. No more primitive tribes, no more combat machines, only a blank slate to do with as he pleases. But we will stop him. All we have to do is get into that base.
What exactly is your plan to sneak into the Zenith base?
We will make use of a lesson I learned from an early age. Always know your exits. In this case, a place where Gerard's new construction meets the ancient foundation, a passage that only I can access. When Silence flings his army at the base, we will enter through this back door, bypassing most of the fighting. The distraction will provide us with a window in which to rescue Beta and Gaia.
Once we're inside the base, where will we find Beta and Gaia?
Here in the command center. By then, Gaia will have been reunited with all of its subordinate functions, including Hephaestus.
Uy, lupit niya, nice.
What about the alpha build of Apollo on your ship?
A simple matter of recovery once the others have been dealt with. With that in hand, we'll have everything we need to make this world as it should be.
How do you know about Silence's plan?
He isn't the only one adept at spyware.
You hacked his focus?
No, he's too careful for that. But his subordinates? Not so much. He gave additional focuses to the tribals he branded the Sons of Prometheus.
The ones working with Regala.
By tapping their focuses, I learned about most of his dealings. The distribution of override technology, the arming of Tanakh rebels, and the secret pact with Regala to attack Gerard's base.
But how did he come up with a weapon that can take down your shields?
That's the one thing I haven't been able to figure out, but however he did it, I'm quite certain it will work. With it and the Tanakh army, victory seems to be within his grasp. Such a shame he'll be disappointed.
Regala's only interested in killing Hekarro and waging war on the Karja. What does she have to gain by attacking Zenith?
It's the price she must pay for her war. Without the ability to override machines, her little rebellion would have languished in the desert.
So she trades with the Sons of Prometheus. Machines to help her overthrow Hekarro.
In exchange for an assault on the base. pride has deluded her into thinking she can actually survive such a battle. And all without ever knowing who the sons of Prometheus really answer to. Yet for all of Silence's brilliance, still he underestimates you. That blind spot is what will allow us to take Beta and Gaia right out from under him.
While hundreds of Tanakh are cut down outside. So you knew Elizabeth. What was she like?
Liz was everything she was. I see in you. And more. Your ingenuity, your determination, your moral compass. You've managed to distill her greatest qualities and make them your own.
I'm not asking about me. Tell me about Elizabeth. What was she really like?
The honest answer is that I don't actually know. For all the time that I spent with her, she always kept a part of herself locked away. It was like that from the moment we met.
Introvert pala siya.
So when you met Elizabeth, she was what? Distant? Aloof?
Not aloof. Not exactly. It was a summit in Paris about machine learning, a touchy subject in those days, because regulatory authorities were just starting to clamp down on AIs. Liz gave the keynote address. She had already achieved great renown for her work in automated environmental reclamation. But in her address, she was just starting to imagine the next step. An AI-driven system that wouldn't just act on its programming, but actually take responsibility for its sphere of influence.
To care about life. Not just follow orders.
Revolutionary stuff. I was fascinated. And I wanted to meet her for a long time. I watched her after her talk. She had spoken with such moral authority, such empathy. But after that, she retreated. I could tell she felt uncomfortable with all of her admirers. It was as if giving the talk had cost her something. I didn't want to be a pest, so I planned my approach carefully.
So how did you finally approach Elizabeth after her talk?
I picked the right moment. The morning of the next day, right as she came back to the conference, she had just had her coffee. She was fresh, rested. It was like she had braced herself for the onslaught of colleagues. I asked if I could walk with her, then put forth a question about her talk that I thought was intelligent. Her answer made me realize it wasn't, but she was very welcoming. Almost as if we were previously acquainted. It was only halfway through the conversation that I realized she knew exactly who I was. It was quite a shock to me. My business was trafficking in secrets, and I took great pains to protect my anonymity. So that was Liz, perpetually one step ahead. I came to view our meeting as a metaphor for our friendship. She always seemed to know me far better than I knew her.
I guess I know the feeling. First Varl. Now Hikaru and the Tanakh. Your plan would wipe out an entire tribe. There has to be another way.
We are in an admittedly desperate situation, but I assure you there isn't. Remember Zero Dawn. Elizabeth's sacrifice. Sometimes many have to die for a new world to grow.
If it looks impossible, look deeper. Wait. The data channel. It still exists, doesn't it? I need you to open it. Let me talk to Beta.
Impossible. We might be detected.
It's worth the risk. There is another way, one where the Tanakh survive.
But we won't. If the others...
If you want to help, open it. What are they doing to her?
Virtual reality dissociation. The manual merge of Hephaestus will take hours upon hours of tedious micromanagement. If she resists the work, they run simulations to induce feelings of isolation and despair.
Oh man. To control her.
Beta, can you hear me?
You're alive. They're watching me. I can't hold up this extra protection for long. You should have killed me.
No. No, look at me. I'm coming for you. I promise, okay? I just need you to hold out a little while longer and work on the merge.
Then I think it can be done.
I'll contact again when it's time. Can you hold on?
As long as I know you're coming for me, I can endure anything.
Shucks.
All right. I did as you asked. Now I think you need to tell me what you're planning.
I'm going to take Silent's army away. I don't need it. Only the weapon he made to penetrate your shields.
And how do you propose to get it? Ask him nicely?
Without Regala and her rebels, he won't have a choice. We'll be his only option.
Only option for what? What did you tell her?
That is between me and my sister. Will be Silent's only option for crashing that base. I'll tell you the rest later. But first, there are a couple of things I have to do.
Hello, hello.
And what are those?
Lay my friend to rest. And then I'm going to use the override that Beta gave me at Gemini
Hello,
to put an end to Regala's rebellion. From the air.
Wait.
Hello.
Since you insist on doing things your way, I know of something that will truly help you make a grand entrance.
Wait lang,
with the
nasa ano
Tanakh.
pa ako eh. Cutscene pa.
The ancient Horus Titans still possess electromagnetic energy cells as part of their arsenal. Drop one of those on Regala's army and they'll receive quite a surprise. So go, do what you
Oh,
must.
sige, wait lang.
I'll come to your base if you manage to bring Silence to the table.
Not if. When. I have to explore
Nice.
more to find the parts I need.
Tayo nag-adjust yung mata ko sa 30 FPS ha. Parang okay na siya. Pwede ko na sila maano. Sunwing. Bakit nakalock pa rin? Kainis naman, namatay si Barl. Spoiler alert, guys. Ba't di ako makapag-travel? May mga ano dito. Is this new?
Plasma won't have much effect on it.
Apex Behemoths. Okay, balik tayo balik performance. FPS. Aray ko, ako yung natama. Grabe naman. Component destroyed. Tayo minang pa. Kainis ka. Ano kaya magiging reaction ni Zoe?
Looking up for that.
Patay na si Bard.
To
Ay,
let
tae
you know,
papalapit.
I'm now patched into your focus network.
Great. I take it the other Zeniths can't hear us?
Of course not. And they don't know about your base either, in case you were wondering. I've sent you data on the Horus energy cells you can use against Regala's forces. Reach out to me when you're ready to acquire one.
Understood.
Sige, pre. Mag-ano ka na, tawag dito, sortie ka na. Mag-halo na tayo pagkatapos.
When you're wounded, you have to strike back. Draw blood.
Hey! Can't I get 1 damn minute to mourn my friend?
Regala is going to slaughter my tribe to overthrow Hikaru. The Zeniths have Beta and Gaia. We can't sit around wallowing in our losses.
Kutalo's right. We must fight.
Oh, all right. So what are we gonna do, huh? Take on all of Regala's rebels?
Not to mention the Zeniths. What can we even do? Throw ourselves at their base?
Something like that. So...
After we lost contact with you, we regrouped and went to Gemini. What happened? The recording we found on Varl's focus cut off when that Zenith Eric...
The Zeniths were tracking Hephaestus. When Gaia trapped it in Gemini, they knew where we were. After Varl tried to stop them. They took Beta and Gaia. I only survived because one of the Zeniths turned against the others to save me.
One of them? Well... at least we didn't lose you too. So what do we do now?
We're going to defeat the Zeniths. And get Beta and Gaia back. But first, we're going to stop Regala.
How?
Back in Gemini, Beta gave me a gift. There's something I need to do first to make it work, but it could put an end to the bloodshed.
Word is, Regala's readying her army for an all-out assault on the Grove. I need to be there.
I know. Go. Stand with Hikaru. And keep an eye on the sky.
Strike true as the 10.
The rest of you, whatever preparations you need to make, upgrades, resupplies, get on it. It won't be long before we take the fight to the Zeniths.
We'll be ready, Aloy. And when you're ready, meet me outside the east exit. I'd like to have a word in private.
Even when things are darkest, you're the flame that lights the way forward.
Just tell me one thing. Am I gonna get to smash up a bunch of Zenith bastards?
We all are.
Good.
Before I do anything else, I should check on Zoe. It sounded important.
Aloy,
You look busy.
my studies are a good distraction. At Varl. And that's just the beginning. The Zeniths want...
We won't let that happen.
Oh, and I wanted to give you this. I didn't really know what to give you, so...
Thanks, Alva. Have you looked through the data we...
There is much to sort, but I believe we'll be... And I've given more thought to the Overseers would... But Pharaoh, his greed led to the archive of the old one. So, when we learned... I started to... But the truth, it's a splat. I wish more Quen could see that. Or twist...
I doubt Bohai would agree.
No, nor the... As Eileen said. But it's worth fighting, and this diviner, at least, won't settle for any...
I should be ready.
I won't let you...
I know.
Oh, isa eh. Ano?
Oh. I guess this door's on his things.
Hey, Lloyd. If you were listening to this, then, things didn't go as planned at Gemini. I know you'll keep your promise. Which means I must be dead. Well, that sounds familiar, doesn't it? But lots happened since you found me in that ectogenic chamber. Thank you, Aloy. You've been my shelter. And I would risk it all again to be by your side. I know you'll find a way forward. That's what you do.
I'm sorry, Beta. But I'm getting you back, no matter what it takes.
Wait lang, pre. Magsisave lang ako. Naiyak kasi ako sa mga pangyayari, pre. Naiyak ako sa mga pangyayari.
I've got nothing to report. Keep your eyes open out there, soldier.
You shouldn't miss this chance to trade.
I'll be right back, guys.